2005, a year like any other in America's pocket change. Yet among the coins minted that year lurk stories of myth, mystery, and surprisingly high auction prices. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the 2005 Liberty Quarter Dollar, exploring its history, the myths collectors whisper about, and the real value it commands at auction today. Before we talk myths and values, let's set the stage. The 2005 Liberty Quarter Dollar isn't a single coin. It's a family of 5 25-cent coins issued as part of the 50-state quarters program. In 2005, the U.S. Mint released 5 quarters, each honoring a different state by its unique reverse design. 1. California. 2. Minnesota. 3. Oregon. 4. Kansas. 5. West Virginia. All 5 shared the familiar obverse, George Washington's profile, but each carried imagery tied to state pride and heritage. These coins weren't special, commemoratives in the traditional, numismatic sense. They were ordinary, circulating coins struck in massive quantities. But, as we'll see, some ended up much more valuable than their face value would suggest. To understand why the 2005 quarters matter, we need a little context. In 1997, Congress established the 50-state quarters program, an ambitious plan to honor each U.S. state with its own quarter design. Released in the order of admission, the program was a sensation. Millions of Americans suddenly saw their change as more than just pocket money. It was part of a national story. By 2005, the project had been in motion for 7 years. Collectors young and old were snapping up rolls of coins. Demand peaked in the early years but remained strong through this midpoint of the series. The 2005 coins combined art, history, and mass production, the perfect storm for collectors and everyday enthusiasts to start asking, could any of these quarters be worth something more than 25 cents? Whenever coins get popular, myths follow, and the 2005 Liberty Quarter Dollar is no exception. This is one of the most widespread myths you'll hear on forums and social media. The reality? Most 2005 quarters, even in great condition, are common and only worth modest premiums at most. A typical circulated coin still sells for roughly face value, 25 cents, or slightly more in uncirculated grades. This idea pops up all the time, that among your pocket change lies a secret, incredibly rare variety worth a fortune. While rare varieties and errors do exist, we'll get to them soon. There isn't one holy grail. 2005 quarter that magically transforms every collector into a millionaire. Errors and rare mint states require specific conditions and often grading. Certification to earn high auction prices. Most 2005 quarters don't meet those benchmarks. So what are the coins worth paying attention to? Here's where things get really interesting. Some 2005 quarters are worth more. Because of minting errors, these are anomalies that occurred during production. These can include a die cracks, a struck-through grease errors, a clad layer missing or unusual planchette flaws, a double die varieties. Collectors and dealers often refer to these with creative names. For example, the Kansas in God We Rust error, where grease in the die altered the lettering. Error coins are collectible because they are distinct departures from normal production, and in the rarest cases, they command higher prices at auction. Another example collectors seek is their Minnesota Extra Tree variety or double die anomalies, where the coin appears to have slight doubling or unusual plant-like shapes on the design, again, produced accidentally. According to recent value guides, most 2005 quarters in uncirculated condition can sell for modest premiums, often a few dollars to several dozen dollars depending on condition and mint mark. But the game changer is grading and rarity. A 2005P West Virginia quarter graded MS66, Mint State 66, reportedly sold for around $9,000 at auction, 2024. A dramatic exception that proves what's possible when extreme scarcity meets high grade. Other high-grade coins, like a California MS69, have achieved several $1,000s in the past. That's not a myth. Those prices are documented and real. but they are exceptional and tied to condition and certification. Not something you'll find in every pocket. Great question, and it leads us deeper into the heart of coin collecting. Condition matters most. Coins are graded on a scale. MS60 to MS70 for mint state coins. A coin in MS70 perfect condition. Looks brand new, often worth dramatically more than one with scratches or wear. Collectors pay big money for the highest possible grades, especially when coins are rare at that grade level. Certification is key. A coin graded and authenticated by a trusted company like PCGS or NGC will often fetch a much higher price at auction than an identical coin without certification. Grading removes doubt, and collectors will pay for that assurance. Rarity isn't just about mintage numbers. Even though millions of 2005 quarters were struck, survival in pristine condition is rare. Many ended up in circulation, scratched and worn. That's why a collector seeking a top-graded specimen might be willing to spend thousands to get one, especially for state quarter series with high collector demand. Let's talk real money, not myths. Top auction results for 2005 quarters. Here are some real documented figures based on recent secondary market data. A 2005p West Virginia quarter MS66, $9,000. A 2005p California quarter MS69, $2,950. A SP68 Oregon satin finish, $1,950. A special mint proofs and silver proofs, $1,200 to $1,500. Values vary by grader and market conditions. Most other uncirculated specimens fall in the $5 to $50 range, depending on condition and finish. Circulated quarters, the ones you find in your wallet, are still usually just 25 cents to a couple dollars unless they have a notable error. If a coin series was dropped into circulation by the millions, why would any example later be worth serious money? The State Quarters program was insanely popular. That huge community of collectors, from kids to lifelong numismatists, helped create demand for top-quality examples decades later. People love stories and rarity. A high-grade coin isn't just a metal disc. It's a piece of history that survived untouched for decades. A coin graded MS66 or higher isn't just uncommon, in relative terms. It's a survivor. When collectors see big prices realized once, they pay attention and then compete again at future auctions. That cycle drives values up. The record breakers aren't random. They occur because people believe in the value. It becomes self-reinforcing. Here's a practical guide for anyone watching who might have these coins in their change. Not because every coin is special, but don't assume they're worthless either. Look for unusual characteristics. A distorted letters, a die cracks, a missing clad layers, extra objects like trees or double dies. These could be the varieties that collectors value more. A coin with crisp details and know where might be worth more even without errors. If you find multiple coins in fantastic condition or with potential errors, grading them could be the difference between $10 and $1,000 or more. The 2005 Liberty Quarter Dollar coin series tells a fascinating story, one that blends everyday American history with the intense passions of coin collectors. Yes, myths abound, from instant fortune tales to exaggerated claims, but beneath them lie real stories of rarity and value. For those who know where to look, from error coins and high-grade auctions that reached into the thousands, to the coins still quietly waiting in pocket change, each 2005 quarter has a story, and maybe a surprise. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2005 quarter, hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Have you ever found a rare coin by accident? See you in the next video.